Now we're talking about how you handle annuities when you're doing time value of money. And we just went through a little problem where we had a couple that saved $4,000 a year for 40 years. And we found out that at the end of 40 years, they would have saved, they would have in their account $1,351,529.60. Now, a lot of people that go to financial planners for advice and are told, you need to save $4,000 a year for 40 years. Often the question they ask now is not how much money they're going to have at the end of 40 years, but rather, if I do all this, what's going to be my income in retirement? And that's going to be what we look at right now. So in our first problem now, this couple saved $4,000 a year for 40 years, and we found out that 40 years from now, they would end up with $1,351,529.60. Now they would be 65 years old at this point. If we assume they're going to live another 20 years, that is, they're going to live to be 85. That is, they're going to need income every year for 20 years after they retire. That would bring their income out to T60, 20 years later. Now, as you look at this problem up here, this is an annuity problem. First thing you write down is your general equation. Now, in this particular case now, what we're looking for is the annuity. How much could they take out every year for 20 years? Note that we already know the big dollar amount. It's $1,351,529.60. What we want to know is what income could we take off that. So now we have an annuity out here, but the big dollar amounts now, at the beginning of the annuity stream, we're going to use our PVIFA table. And in this case, we'd set the big dollar amount equal to some annuity times our PVIFA. N now is equal to the number of payments, how many payments they want in retirement, which is 20. And we're going to assume that they continue to earn 9% per year. So if you look up your PVIFA at 20 and 9%, get 9.1285. And again, you're left with one equation and one unknown. So if you take $1,351,529.60 and divide it by 9.1285, you get $148,056.04. So for this couple, if their financial planner now would tell them what? If you save $4,000 a year for 40 years while you're working, 40 years from now you'll have $1,351,529.60. And from that account you can withdraw $148,056.04 every year for 20 years. And at T60, at the end of the 60th year, when you make that last withdrawal out of the account, you take out your last $148,056 now, there'd be nothing left in the account. That's part of the financial planning process. $148,056.14, 4 cents. That's what this couple could take out every year for 20 years.